Y'all already knew I was gonna go there. Y'all already knew I was gonna go there. Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Hallelujah. Yes, it is Sunday. Happy Super Soul Sunday, spectacular humans. Try saying that 5 times fast. Welcome, 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 welcome. As you saw in the beginning, I was adjusting. Like I said, I cannot wait until I can get my check, that good old Warner Brothers Entertainment check. They give me my production team. I wouldn't have to worry about adjusting the camera. Let's start that over. You know I've been in my beginnings, middles, and ends. Happy Super Soul Sunday, sensational humans. Yeah, try saying that 5 times fast. Welcome to another installment of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware. This is season 2, episode 19. Yes, I do have 18 recorded episodes on the YouTube. You cannot complain and say, oh, well, I've never seen it. I can't find it. 18 episodes are easy to find on the YouTube. You can find anything else on the YouTube. You can find a tutorial for anything that you want to learn on the YouTube. Remember 4 words. Your mental health matters. You think of me, you find 18 other episodes before this one. This is episode 19. I am successfully trucking along, trucking and trickling along with my show, Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware, where here we discuss mental health on a whole new level. Hello, everybody. I know you all are shocked. It is Sunday. It is not a Friday evening. It is Sunday. You all are tuning in to me on a Sunday. Some of y'all heathens need to be tuning in to me on Sunday anyway, because most of you all didn't go to church today anyway. So you all kind of need to tune in to. Kudos to this daytime light. I love apartments, homes, or dwellings that have large light, natural light that comes in through large windows. I really love. So yes, everybody say love. Love. But no, seriously, I really do love natural light. So yes, me doing it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday with this natural light coming in, I don't need the ring lights in here because all this natural beauty is emulating through this camera. You can see it. I know you can see it. Shall we continue? Let's. I am your beautifully melanated, oh so animated, and very educated host by the name of DeAndre Morris Jr. I am here. I am still queer. I am still melanated in my skin. You all might as well get used to it as I wet my whistle with my Beyonce cup that I finally found. I finally found my Beyonce cup, y'all. I had it during the last episode, but I'm excited because this is my Beyonce cup. This was a gift. I don't want to lose my Beyonce gifts now. Hi. Yes, I know it's Sunday. This is actually labeled as a special episode because I do remember on Friday I did post a randomly dropped gem that discussed that I will be doing Saturday episodes. But because yesterday I wasn't both feeling well and I was having some technical issues with the YouTube, I just said, let me just do a special episode today. And then after today, starting on Saturday, March 22nd, in the year of our Lord 2025, I will be doing Saturday episodes and not Friday evening. Because as you can see, this afternoon, this weekend afternoon glow, you know, I can do it on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon. As you can see, I am me. So, yes, starting Saturday, March 22nd at 2 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be doing Saturday episodes of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware. Again, where here we discuss mental health on a whole new level. Now, those who are just now tuning in, because I did talk to a few people today and over the weekend who said that they were going to be tuning in to today's episode. I do lay the ground rules for my show and what you can and cannot do in the comment section. This is a mental health broadcast. So we are talking about a span, an amalgamation, a plethora of emotions and feelings. Everybody is not going to feel the same about what I discuss, but that doesn't mean to get in the comment section and start being an internet troll. So, yes, do not bring negative energy to my comment section, please, and thank you. That is for those of you who are not a part of the Your Mental Health Matters experience, who's just now joining. I want you all to be respectful. Be respectful of me and my time. Be respectful of everybody who is tuning in. Be respectful of people in the comment section. Please, as I wet my whistle. We typically do enjoy the Your Mental Health Matters experience, but every so often I do get a lot of new people who come in and tune in, and then they throw off the energy on the show. So I have to, this a reminder every so often, give a reminder every so often of what the culture and the energy on this show is. I do not come into your atmosphere with negative energy, so don't come into my atmosphere doing the same. Amen? So let's move forward, because this is where we discuss mental health on a whole new level. Yes, that was Boots on the Ground, as a matter of fact. Y'all already knew when I discovered the song that I was not going to miss a beat. I was actually going to come on here to the platform and use it as one of my opening songs. I haven't had an opening song all year, but I had to use that as the opening. Just a little bit, just a little snippet of it. Because where them fans at? Where my fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Yes, I cannot wait until the summertime. I already know the line dance that you had seen on my screen, but I can't wait until the summertime. I could be out here with this new body that I'm working on and just, where them fans at? I cannot wait. As I sit here very demure. Moving forward, I do want to remind everybody, you may have stumbled upon this channel by luck, but it isn't by luck. It is by faith, because I don't move by luck. I move by faith. It's faith that brought you here. It's faith that's keeping you here. And it's faith that's going to continue to move you forward. Amen. So with that said, you might not have liked and subscribed to my channel just yet. Do so, please. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's at PHOCALPOINT numeral 2. That is Focal Point 2. Or you can simply type in my name, DeAndre Morris Jr., and I should be able to pop up. Your Mental Health Matters is the banner. If you see that as the banner, please like and subscribe the channel. That way you can not only be notified of future Your Mental Health Matters episodes, but I also do post randomly drop gems like the one I had just talked about a few minutes ago. I posted one on Friday just to remind you all about episodes on Saturdays. There will be no more Friday night because I'm starting to see, I'm monitoring the show and how I move forward with the show based on my viewership. If I notice that a lot of my viewers are starting to be a little stressed on Friday evenings and they can't really rush home from work to try to make it to the show on Friday evenings at 7, the beauty and the advantage of having a YouTube show is I can change the date and time anytime I want. Now, when I get that Warner Brothers contract, it's going to be a different story. But as I'm here on the YouTube, I can change the date and the time anytime I want. So with that said, I did want to start doing episodes on Saturdays in the afternoon. But today is a Super Soul Sunday episode, but we got a lot to discuss. I cannot wait until we get to today's topic, because I'm getting ready to ruffle a few feathers. Probably going to ruffle this comment section. And I'm going to ruffle my email too. And speaking of email, since we talk about liking and subscribing, ymhmsma@gmail.com. That is your mental health matters, staying mentally aware @gmail.com. Remember those 7 letters and you'll never go afraid. Do not, however, send me negative energy. There's no reason that you should be sitting at your computer or in front of your phone screen just sending out random emails to random people who provide you their email addresses, just sending out random negative emails. Like, why are you doing that? But you know what? We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. I'm going to wait until the topic, because the topic of the week is, I'm very excited. I talked to my Nana about the topic on Friday. Yesterday. I didn't end up doing an episode yesterday because of the technical difficulty, but I cannot wait until today, because there may be a part 2 or possibly a part 3 to this. So I want y'all to tune in. Everybody that's joined me thus far, hello. If you have joined me thus far, you are watching the beautifully melanated figure that is sitting in front of your television screen right now. If you're casting from your phone to your television screen, or if you're just watching me from your cell phone, you are in the right place at the right time, because you are here with me, and your mental health matters. As I wet my whistle again. I did heat me up some coffee too. Why is it 2:30 in the afternoon and I'm still drinking coffee? Don't judge me. But I did need to, make sure I get my whistle wet. But yes, like and subscribe to the channel. Type in DeAndre Morris Jr. in the YouTube search bar, or at PHOCALPOINT 2. It'll take you right to me at Focal Point 2. Email address is ymhmsma@gmail.com. I actually did check to see, and I did get an email from somebody. If you're watching right now, I will be responding to you after this episode. I promise. I know you emailed me a month ago. I am so sorry. Please do expect an email response from me today after the episode. People be emailing me. People be wanting to give my input. People be wanting to participate in the show. And that's actually the goal that I'm aiming for. I want you all to be able to reach out to me and connect with me any way that you possibly can. If you have my cell phone number, everybody has my email address because I give it every week on every episode. If you FaceTime, Christian Mingle, Plenty of Fish, MySpace. If you can find me somewhere, you can connect with me. But moving forward, we're going to get into that. Just wait until we get into the topic of the week. Please keep all hate mail away from my email address. Only send positivity, upliftment, questions that you might have. I am still considered the HIV guy, because not only am I well versed in the HIV/AIDS arena, but I too am living with HIV for the last 15 years. So any personal questions that you have, any HIV related questions, STD related questions, anything, mental health related, anything, please email me. But make sure you keep it amicable. Do not make it negative. I don't respond to negative energy. Just because you can email negative energy does not mean you can email negative energy. Hello, somebody. But please keep in touch with me. I need you all to reach out to me. Yes. Oh, wait. Okay, yes. Ooh, I love. Kudos to HP. It's Women's History Month still. Today is March 16th, the day before St. Patrick's Day. In the year of our Lord, 2025, it is still Women's History Month. Hence the reason I still got my Kamala Harris. Yes, we are not erasing her out of our women's history, because not only has she made history in everything she's done before the vice presidency, but she was actually running for the United States, the President of the United States of America. That's what she was running for against him. So we are not erasing Kamala Harris out of our history, especially our women's history. So, yes, I am wearing my Kamala Harris t-shirt. She is still a winner in my book. It is still Women's History Month because it is the month of March. The entire month of March is Women's History Month. We're going to talk about it. The person that I am highlighting today, on this episode, is Kamala Harris, because I got a t-shirt on. For those of you who were watching my episode last year during the campaign, during the Harris-Walz campaign, yes, I was a heavy proponent on the Harris-Walz campaign. I kicked myself in my own backside and was disappointed in myself for some reason when she didn't win. Because I did put a lot of time, effort, and money, because this t-shirt was not free, towards the Harris-Walz campaign for her not to win. So I was disappointed in myself, but we still move forward. What's most important is that Kamala and Doug are still okay. She's still okay with her family. The last picture we saw of her at the grocery store, we saw that her facial expressions spoke loudly about the price of groceries. However, she's still okay. So her and Doug are still doing wonderful. She's still the woman of the week on my episode for Women's History Month. So, we're still rooting for Kamala. Does she, if she so chooses to run in 2028, which that was the rumor, but if it is her passion, I might consider working on her campaign again in another 3 years. I don't know if I am going to do it or if I'm not. I'm kind of on the fence because this whole political thing is really just, we'll get into that later on in the episode today, but this whole political climate is just, and I'm really trying to protect my peace by any means necessary. And I feel like if I do choose to help in another political campaign in 2028, it's not going to do me no justice. So I don't know. 2028 is another 3 years from now. We'll see what happens. As of right now, she's my woman of the week for Women's History Month. So kudos to Kamala. Ooh, I'm so glad I got my Beyonce. I got my Beyonce bag. I don't know what the... All right. So it is wellness check time. Wellness check-in. I love the mental wellness check-in segment. This is the segment where I do want participation from you all. So put in the comment section the emoji that corresponds with how you're feeling right now. Are you feeling really good? Are you feeling anxious? Are you having a really rough time? Do you need to reach out for support or you don't know how to feel? How are you feeling, people? What is going on with you all? This is my favorite segment. I want to get into how I'm feeling, but today's topic is going to reflect how I'm feeling. So I won't get into detail on how I'm feeling mentally, because right now I'm all over the place. I'm just like the Vivian Green song, Emotional Roller Coaster. Loving you was nothing healthy. Loving you was never good for me. Yes, very that. I'm very emotional roller coaster right now. But when we get into the topic, I cannot wait, because what I have to say in my topic just reflects my mental stability. So we can move forward for real, because, but I want you all to put in the comment section how you all are doing. If you don't feel confident putting things in the comment section for other people to read, email me, ymhmsma@gmail.com. If you need to reach out for some support, please email me, and I'm going to email you back, I promise. This is my intense spring cleaning time. Between the months of March, April, and May, I do intense spring cleaning for 3 whole months. So I'm going to not only clean my house, but I got to clean my mind, body, soul, heart, and spirit. I got to clean my inbox, my email inbox. I got to check my email regularly. I got to clean my calendar because there's dates on my calendar that need to come off. Everything needs to be clean. And I'm going to do my intense spring cleaning. I guess since this is a wellness check segment, that's where I'm at mentally. I'm on a mental cleaning process. Between the months of March, April, and May, you're going to see this body slim down within the next few months. Yes, I know I'm probably looking like a pig in a blanket in this Kamala t-shirt, but it's going to look better on me moving forward. You're going to see my spiritual cleanse. You're going to see my physical cleanse. You're going to see my emotional cleanse. You're going to see my clean house. You're probably going to notice things in my background change. It's time for an intense spring clean. I've been laying on my morals way too long. It's time for me to get up, get out, and get something. It's time for me to really get the cleaning. I did all the laundry that I did in the last 3 months. I'm slowly folding that up, trying to get my clothes folded up, but I got all my laundry done that I haven't done since Christmas, well, before Christmas last year, and it's March. That is so pathetic. That is so pathetic. However, the good thing about that is I got it done. So let me know. If you want to talk to me, you know how to reach out. I got to put my spectacles on because we getting ready to get to the best part of the show today. But on a serious note, before I move forward, and why are my glasses so dingy? Hold on, everybody. See. Before we move on, though, on a serious note, while I'm cleaning my spectacles, I do want to elicit encouragement and project prayers up into the atmosphere for those who are watching this episode or those who may tune into this episode later on down the road and really need a prayer. I am really, truly, seriously sending you a prayer if you are really in need of it. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart because prayer works. And one thing that makes prayer work is the people that pray for you. Let me say that again because that was a word. This is Sunday. This is Super Soul Sunday, and I'm going to be speaking a lot of words today. What makes prayer work the best depends on the people who pray for you. And for those of you who have been reaching out to me personally and asking for me to pray for them, I really and truly and wholeheartedly appreciate you trusting your prayers in my hands. So with that being said, I am eliciting and projecting prayers into the atmosphere for those who are in truly dire need of prayer, because the world is just really just the weather pattern over the past few days across the country. It's just really not, it's a challenging time right now. And I know some people who are watching this episode who just feel that this is not the time for them, like mentally, their headspace is really not the best. And the only thing that they want from me or from anybody is a prayer. I got that prayer for you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So I'm praying for everybody who's sick and shut in. I'm praying for everybody who is watching this episode and is really in need of it. I'm praying for my fellow neighbors. I'm praying for my friends, family, and loved ones. I'm praying for myself. I'm praying for Kamala Harris. I'm praying for everybody, every woman across the world within Women's History Month. You know, I'm praying. I'm being very prayerful and very, very diligent to what God's orders are and how he's ordering my steps moving forward. So, speaking of moving forward, let's move forward. anybody who tunes in to me on a regular basis, they do know that I support Black-owned businesses. I usually have a Black Business of the Week. I was doing it frequently. I was doing faithfully and frequently last year. But all of a sudden, I stopped because there's not many Black businesses here in Minneapolis that I can highlight. And for that being said, I want to hear from you. If you are watching this episode and you are a Black-owned business that not only want to be highlighted, but want to be promoted, I can definitely do that. I do promotion well. If I highlight you as my Black Business of the Week, not only am I just saying, hey, this is the business, but I'm going to get into detail and give addresses, phone numbers, Instagram, Twitter, Christian Mingle, TikTok, Plenty of Fish, MySpace, Facebook. I'm going to give all the information that you provide for me. All I need to do is get the information from you, and I need to hear from you. So with that said, Black-owned businesses, I'm talking to you. I need you to reach out to me in my email, ymhmsma@gmail.com. Please reach out to me and let me know about your Black-owned business. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're in. YouTube is a universal platform. So this is seen worldwide. If you're somewhere in Zimbabwe or even somewhere in North Carolina, I want to hear from you. What is your Black-owned business? I want to highlight Black businesses of the week. I root for everybody Black. I'm the male Issa Rae. I root for everybody Black. But if I don't know that you exist, then I can't root for you. So ymhmsma@gmail.com. Please send me your information. Maybe you can be the next Black-owned business of the week on my show that is being watched by multiple people around the world. So, yeah. Come on, Black-owned businesses. Come on. Let me hear from you. Ooh. We have finally reached, oh my goodness, I just noticed something. I just noticed something. Okay, we finally reached the part of the show where I am giggity. I'm very giggity right now because March 14th of every single year is International Ask a Question Day. I've never known this. I know March 14th was a Friday. My shows were on Fridays, but because it's 2 days later, I'm not going to let this opportunity go by. So I was scrolling on the Twitter or the X or whatever you want to call it, and I came across Pop Bass. Kudos to Pop Bass, who posted that March 14th was International Ask a Question Day. So I actually clicked on the tweet, and my comment, which was a question, of course, because I missed the questions over here, but my comment was, can I ask any question that I want, though? Because you know, if it's International Ask a Question Day, I have several. Am I allowed to ask any question that I possibly... I love to tell the truth and shame the devil, and I love to cause a whirlwind and be a Tasmanian devil and spin around the room and just leave. I love shaking tables. I love pulling the tablecloth off the tables and leaving the dishes in place. You know that trick where you pull the tablecloth off and the dishes stay in place? I'm very that. So I love doing this. Sometimes you gotta rumble a few chairs and shake a few tables a little bit. So my question was, can I ask any question I want? But I'm like, you know what? Since March 14th of every year is International Ask a Question Day, how about I go to my platform, Your Mental Health Matters? Because everything that we talk about on Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware, circles back to mental health. Every single thing I'm getting ready to ask, because yes, I do have questions coming, and I'm going to call this 50 Cent 21 Questions, because you know the song, 21 Questions by 50 Cent Nate Dogg. I have 21 questions before me, and I'm going to ask every single one of them. No particular order. They just came to me. I just thought that International Ask a Question Day was Friday, March 14th. Between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, these questions have been coming to me. And I've gathered 21 questions today that I will ask. Now, some of the questions are self-explanatory. Some of them I am going to dissect a little bit. I am going to give a little breakdown as to how I derived to the question. But some of these questions are self-explanatory. I think a lot of you who have tuned or are tuning in right now kind of feel the same way that I feel in these questions that I'm getting ready to ask. International Ask a Question Day. I should have never, ever found out about that day. Because like I said, I'm Mr. Preguntas over here. And you all have given me the Pandora's box to open up to ask any question I possibly want. So with that being said, I have 21 of them in front of me. And I think I'm going, with this topic this week, I'm going to focus more on the second part of my title, Staying Mentally Aware. Not only do I care a lot about your mental health as well as I care about mine, I care about your awareness too. And if I'm aware about something, I think it would behoove me if it didn't come onto this platform. If I did not come onto this platform with my beautifully melanated self and make you aware of the things that I'm aware of, it would behoove me. I would just, might as well just cancel the show. Because if you're supposed to stay mentally aware, it's the show host's job to make you aware. So these 21 questions some of these questions you might have been thinking about, some of these questions you might not have. But some of these questions have just been on your brain, but you just didn't know how to ask it. I'm that person. What Kendrick Lamar said at his halftime show, the revolution will be televised. You picked the right time but chose the wrong guy. It's the right time, but me, I like to be a fire starter. You know, sometimes we need to start fires for our mental capacity. You know, us staying complacent is really not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to shake a few tables and make a few of you uncomfortable at things that we need to be thinking about. If it's titled Staying Mentally Aware, I need to make you mentally aware of some things that's probably going to make you mad, but it's going to make you think. So with that being said, International Ask a Question Day, I have my 21 questions before me. Let's get started. Oh, and I've already decided that there will be a part 2 to this. There will be a part 2 to this. Hey, Nana. Hey. You just came right on time because I got the questions. And I am getting ready to ask them. Now, the purpose of today's episode is not for you all to be in the comment section answering every one of these questions. That's not the purpose of today. The purpose of today is to focus on the second part of my title, Staying Mentally Aware. I want to make you all mentally aware of some things that I have been made mentally aware of. This is not no question and answer, no call and response episode. So you can say some things in the comment section. That's why I have the comment section open. However, this is not call and response. This is just me asking my 21 questions, and we're going to keep it moving like the show is supposed to keep moving, like the ocean. Okay? Amen? Amen. Let me wet my whistle. Oh. Oh, and I also understand that it said ask a question, singular, ask one question. But I got 21 of them. It's International Ask a Question Day. So why not? Why not have a list of 21 questions as I have my Chancellor, my Catherine Chancellor from Young and the Restless spectacles on my face as I read these questions. So let's move on. Because yeah. So, first question. How did the energy that people are projecting right now, let's just keep that in mind. Think about the people that you've been coming in contact with over the last 5 years since COVID in 2020. How did the energy that people are projecting nowadays become so weird everywhere? Nana, stop it. You distracted. I love you. The people's energy have become so weird. I had 2 people in my house just within this last month that had the weirdest energy come across my threshold. Now, one thing I do not allow come across my threshold is weird energy. If I had the time to go, or should I go get my doormat right now? My doormat says, check your energy before you come into this house. That is specifically on my doormat, and that is what I want everybody to do before they enter across my threshold. Please check your energy right here before you come in here. And I dealt with 2 weirdos, and I know that's disrespectful to say, but they have weird energy is not allowed in here. Why is weird energy everywhere though? What happened between 2020 and now that has gained weird energy everywhere? I get on Jack'd. Everybody in the Jack profiles, no weird energy. Y'all some weirdos. No weird energy, please. Please don't be a weirdo. It's just so interesting how weird energy is everywhere and how that kind of festered. And it's just everywhere, like a plague. Like, this weird energy. Like, ugh. Next question. How is he able to serve another term as president, but is also a convicted felon? Shall I repeat that one again? I said these questions is going to go there. This is stay mentally aware. And all of this is going to circle back to mental health. Because mentally, my mental capacity is reflected in these 21 questions. My second question was, how is he able to serve another term as president, but is also a convicted felon? How is that possible? My next question, and how I got it written on my paper, because I don't spell nobody's names out. You know, I don't want to look at no whole names, because the names of the individuals that's in this current administration, this current cabinet, I don't want to spell their names. I don't want to see all that. What strategy did T blank use to choose the individuals for his cabinet? What strategy did T use to choose the individuals for his cabinet? Y'all know who I'm talking about. We here, we together. My next question. Why does it feel like first name E, last name M is running this country instead of the man that was elected? Y'all following me? Y'all don't need me to spell no names out. Why does it feel like the man with the first name E, last name M is running this country instead of the man that was elected. Because it don't feel like T is running this country right now. I feel like EM is running this country when he is not delegated to. My next question. Why is the generational wealth gap between white and black Americans getting larger by the day? Yes, some of these questions I'm going to have to repeat. Why is the generational wealth gap between white and black Americans getting larger by the day? You know, it was a few years ago, and I went to the bank. This is when I still have my car, like maybe 3 years ago. And I went to the bank, and I drove through the drive-thru. I was going to take some money out, and I was behind the white woman that, nice car, I think she was driving a Jag or a Audi truck, I think, and I was parked behind her as we were waiting in the line at the drive-through ATM. So she grabbed her money out but left her receipt. So I pulled up to the ATM and I was like, oh, the person in front of me must have left her receipt. I saw it was a white woman. I mean, I got 4 eyes, as you can see. So I knew it was a white woman that grabbed her money out of the ATM but left the receipt. So she pulled off, I pulled up, the receipt was still hanging out. I got to putting my card in the machine and got to doing my business, but noticed the receipt in the ATM hanging out. That woman's account balance was $17,000. Just money just sitting in her account. Now I know I may be looking tacky being on my platform saying all of this, but it would be tackier if I would have gave the person's name and social security number and bra size and license plate number. So I'm not being tacky. I'm only being a realist because, as you can see, I'm very melanated and I'm not making that much, but it has to be something. It has to be some sort of a trigger with me if I'm on my platform talking about the fact that I pulled up to the ATM 3 years ago and the white woman's account balance was just $17,000, just in one account. I knew she had multiple, but her regular checking it was just $17,000. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here working paycheck to paycheck at that time because 3-4 years ago was the height of COVID. So I'm struggling to make it during COVID, and this woman got $17,000 just sitting in her account. So again, I ask, why is the generational wealth gap between black Americans and white Americans getting larger by the day? That kind of triggered me, and I had to bring it to my platform. So obviously it was something worth talking about. My next question, why is the transgender community under so much scrutiny right now? The transgender community has never been under this much scrutiny. Now, granted, I do recognize the deaths and, transgender women were finding dead in alleys and in large dumpsters in the alley and stuff like that. But transgender people are not allowed to be themselves. They're not allowed to serve in the military no more. All transgender people were expelled. I don't know the term that they were using, but they were dismissed out of the military from serving. You can only be male or female on applications now. There is no they, them, ze, them. All pronouns is either he or she. There is no more pronoun thing. I don't know what's going on in this Oval Office, but it's really not, it's not showing that this person is running the country, because this person is not running the country if this person is affecting more than one community. I mean, from Latino community to transgender, LGBTQ, the elderly community, the black community. It's a lot of different communities that's being affected by this administration currently. So I don't feel like the way that this country is being ran right now is being ran. Like, this country is not being ran by a let freedom ring policy. But I do continue to recognize my transgender brothers and sisters. I know that it's a lot of scrutiny right now with you all, but I'm standing in solidarity with my LGBTQIA2 plus community, and the T stands for transgender. So I do stand in solidarity for your rights and your privileges as well. I know the transgender community is being attacked and is in jeopardy right now. In more ways than one. They're in more jeopardy in more ways than one. But I'm standing in truth. I'm standing in my truth, and I'm standing behind you in solidarity, transgender community. Next question. Why do black people use 2 different Kool-Aid packets in one picture? Why? Why can't we black people, I say we, black people, why can't we just get 2 of the same Kool-Aid packet for one picture? We gotta get a red, which is fruit punch, and a lemonade. It do add some flavor though. We got fruit punch lemonade, we got a party. Then add a little lemon juice, a little lemon slices on top. Get some grape and some wild berry, cherry. Mix them 2 flavors. Look at me. I'm sitting up here asking the question, why do black people use two different flavors? And me getting into detail of the flavors that I use in one picture. But why do we do that though? Why do we use 2 different flavors in one picture? That is so keen to me. I love it because that flavor, it's that flavor. Now, I can answer that one. It's that flavor. As I move my bang to the right. My next question. Where in Minneapolis can I find the best strip club chicken wings? I know I used to be able to Nana, I love you. I'm going to bring you on my show one day. This isn't a question that I have wrote on my Ask a Question list, my 21 questions, but how would you all feel if I brought my grandmother onto the show? Because my grandmother is a time. I really love her. And she is a wealth of knowledge. And I always, every week or every so often, I get on this platform and I'm always shouting out my Nana. I really love my grandmother to death. Like, when you hear Till Death Do Us Part, that's me and my grandmother right there. So I think I'm going to fix it to where I will chime her in and we're going to have us a nice little conversation on here. So I'm going to keep my grandmother on standby. But yes, she might end up being my co-host one of these days. And that will be a time. It's going to kind of be like T.S. Madison and her mom. Me and Nana's going to be similar to that. Because we are a time together. You know, that Scorpio-Leo energy, nobody believes in it, but a Scorpio-Leo combination is one to be reckoned with. As I wet my whistle over here. So Nana, be on standby because you might be my co-host coming soon. But yes, back to the strip club chicken wings, because I know when I was back in St. Louis, I knew exactly where to go to get the best strip club chicken wings. Yes, there are 2 different strip clubs in St. Louis back in the day that I used to go to just for the chicken wings. Back in the day. Here in Minneapolis, that culture is not existent You know, black strip club culture is not existent. The best they do have is Augie's on Hennepin, and that doesn't give the energy that I used to get back in my hometown of St. Louis. So I stay out of Augie's. I went one time. I've never been back ever since because it doesn't give the culture, and they don't have the chicken wings that I like. So I would never be going to Augie's until they improve on their chicken wings. Yes, I said it. You know, I am a consumer of goods, a consumer of services, and I am on my platform as a consumer of a product that needs to improve. So I need to go and find some good strip club chicken wings here in Minneapolis. I mean, yeah, I agree. Yes. Kudos to the saloon. Because we were just there and we had some wings. I'm laughing because I was literally just at the saloon last Friday and had some wings. Their wings are the best, but I've had better. They're the best here. As far as the competition of bar wings in the city of Minneapolis, the saloon got the best bar wings. Now, have I had better? Yes. I go to East St. Louis, Illinois, or St. Louis, Missouri, I can run into many places that have really good bar chicken wings, like at the strip club. But that's neither here nor there, so let's move forward as I wet my whistle. My next question is, why is there a lack of black-only spaces? An example, black-only bars, black-only clubs, black-only community centers, black social meetup spots. Why is there a lack of black-only spaces here in Minneapolis? I'm really convinced, because after me being here for almost 9 years, yes, I have been here almost 9 years. Come the end of the month, I've been here almost 9 years. Now, as commendable as that is, me being blackity black, I need some blackity black spaces. Now, I guess here in Minneapolis, St. Paul, it's one of those you got to take what you can get situations. But when you're so used to blackity black spaces in a city like St. Louis, Missouri, why in Minneapolis, Minnesota do we lack blackity black spaces for people like myself? And the blackity black people that I have ran into who have had to be whitewashed here in Minneapolis because they're afraid to be blackity black like myself. That's an even bigger conversation. And I think we're going to have that conversation because that's a mental health conversation that we need to have in regards to black spaces and the lack thereof. You know. But why are there a lack of black spaces, black clubs, black community centers, black LGBT centers here in the city of Minneapolis? Why is there a lack of that? Like, this city is so, it thrives. You know, I've been here almost 9 years. It's a thriving city. It's a city that has potential. It's a city that's very lily white, but it's a city that has potential to have black culture that lacks here. But if so much of that red tape in Minneapolis can be lifted, a lot of black people can be allowed to express themselves like I do. A lot more black people won't be afraid to be blackity black instead of being whitewashed and have to stay behind red tape. But that's another conversation for another day as well. See, these questions are making you think. I love when I can get on my platform and make you think. As I wet my whistle. You know I gotta wet my whistle. My next question. Speaking of me being here 9 years, should I stay here for a full decade or should I just try to pursue other opportunities elsewhere? That's literally a question that I have on my list right now. Because I've been here. I have honestly, because the end of March, March 31st, 2025, will be year number 9. I've lived here in the state of Minnesota as a resident. And I've been ready to move after year number 6. Like, I've been ready to go for the last 3 years. Really, since the last 4 around COVID time. I've been ready to leave for a while. And I've stayed here and I've grown, developed, and elevated, but I feel like my elevation is stopping. Like, my elevator is not going up anymore. And you know, I am the person who loves to aim for more. I'm a very big, very extra, very out of this world individual, and I'm ready for my elevator to go up further. And I feel like my elevation has stopped. It's been very stagnant for the last few years. So I'm asking myself, should I make it to 10 years, or should I just try to pursue other opportunities elsewhere outside of Minneapolis? My short answer to that is we shall see. With this job that I recently applied for, we shall see what the future beholds for me. I know what I'm going to do if I do get the job or if I don't get the job. I know what my path and my decision is going to be moving forward. So that's a question that I need to really concentrate on, because if I'm not happy, if I'm no longer happy here, it's time for me to go elsewhere where I can be happy. You know, not saying that Minneapolis is a bad place. Don't get me wrong. It's just right now, I feel like I'm stagnant here and I'm ready to move forward, either here in Minnesota or elsewhere. So that will be a serious question that I will be dissecting this year. As the months progress, I need to be dissecting this question, like, for real, for real. Next question. Now, the cliche goes, intelligent black people are a threat to society, or a threat to America, but why? Why are intelligent black people a threat to society? I'm going to leave that there. You ponder that, because I'm a very intelligent black person. I'm very articulate, very eloquent with my words here. Why are intelligent black people a threat to society? Kamala. What would Kamala do? That's not a question that's on my list, but what would Kamala do? That's a sub question to the question I just asked. Now, my next question, I'm going to dissect this a little bit. Why did Arrietty not only project her negative energy towards 3 girls in the workroom, but why did she single out Anya Nerve in her mirror message? Now, I want to dissect this a little bit, because I know a lot of people that may be tuning into this episode are not watching Drag Race, or might not be RuPaul's Drag Race fans. But this season, we are seeing that Anya Nerve is a threat in the competition. Arrietty was eliminated last week. Her mirror message has singled out Anya Nerve. Not only did she single out Anya Nerve in her mirror message, but she spazzed out on her her little Kiki friend, Jewel Sparkles, and she clicked out on Lexi Love as well. So I'm looking at Arrietty like something is wrong with her. And it took me to my mental health counselor bag. She may be off her meds. Now, there's 2 coins. It's 2 sides of the fence to this whole situation with Anya Nerve and Arrietty. And I'm gonna dissect the 2 sides of the fence, and I might dissect it a little more next week on the next episode. But I'm gonna dissect it and I'm gonna move forward. On one side of the fence, Arrietty spazzed out on 3 different people, singling out one on her mirror message before she exited the Drag Race workroom, giving a very Diana Ross Lady Sings the Blues. No, is it Lady Sings the, no, it's Mahogany. Mahogany. Lady, Diana Ross and Mahogany. See, my brain just shut down a minute. Diana Ross and Mahogany, when she took the lipstick and she smeared it all over her face, and then she scribbled all on the mirror, that was very Arietti. Arietti had a very Mahogany Diana Ross moment. And I just sat back and reflected on everything that she did in the workroom, and this wasn't how I was supposed to go out, but, and then she was like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm starting to feel that Miss Mamas is off her meds, and I'm not even saying that in a joking way. I'm saying that seriously, because on one side of the fence, she could have been off her meds and spazzed out and had a moment in the workroom like, okay, it is Lady Sings the Blues. It's Lady Sings the... That's why I need her as my co-host. I knew it was Lady Sings the Blues. I said Lady Sings the Blues, but I said Mahogany at first. It's Lady Sings the Blues. I knew I was right the first time. Thank you, Nana. But yes, she had a Lady Sings the Blues moment. And I had to think about that scene of Diana Ross, and I had to think about the scene with Arietti last week, and it was very that. She spazzed out, she scribbled all on the mirror, she scribbled all on her face, and it was kind of like, what is happening here? Miss Mamas must have been off her meds, and she should not have been off her meds during the competition, because we all know that medically induced people who have like mental illness and they're not on their meds, anything can happen with their chemical imbalance in their brain if they're not on their medication regularly. So that could have been a scenario with her. Who knows what the real scenario is or what the truth is behind Arietti's performance and Arietti spazzing out, but all I'm looking at is from the outside looking in. And being a mental health counselor, I gathered that without trying to pass judgment on her. However, she was in a competition and it wasn't fair for her to spaz out on the people that she spazzed out on. But on the other side of the fence, Anya Nerve has got to sleep with this. This episode is not being taken off the air because Anya Nerve wants it off the air. Anybody who is anybody can find that episode of RuPaul's Drag Race in any country in the world and watch that. So Anya Nerve has got to sleep with that, because not only are people able to find that episode and watch it over and over and over again, watch Arietti's message that she wrote on the mirror, watch the discussion about Anya Nerve's situation, watch Anya Nerve's reaction to them talking about her condition. People are going to be able to watch that over and over and over again. Not only are they able to do that, they're going to be able to get on social media. They're going to be on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat talking about Anya Nerve's condition over and over and over again. So on one side of the fence, Arietti was off her meds, but on another side of the fence, Anya Nerve is dealing with this now. Like, this is something that she didn't want to come out to the public. Now the whole world sees it. Granted, she gained 100,000 followers on Instagram overnight. She don't go home with those 100,000 followers every night. She has to go home with herself. She has to go home and look herself in the mirror. She don't look 100,000 followers in the mirror every night. She has to go home and deal with what was televised on nationally syndicated television for all to watch. So yes, Everybody's flocking to Anya Nerve's side, but you got to understand where Anya Nerve, being a young black boy from Cleveland, is coming from. Being the outcast in Cleveland in the black gay scene. Being that young black boy that just had that weird self-discovery to discover that I'm a black gay man. So now what? What do I do with this? To now being on this nationally syndicated television show, and everybody is talking about her now because of this condition that has been televised by Arrietty, who spazzed out in a moment. I really am not a fan of Arrietty, not only because of her mirror message, but the way that her delivery afterwards. Because I did some research behind it, and it was kind of like the energy that she projected afterwards was, yeah, I said what I said, now what? And I'm like, I'm not really feeling all of that. So I used to be a fan of Arrietty, now I'm not anymore. Let's move forward. Because I'm going to root for Anya Nerve and the situation that she has to sleep with at night because of Arrietty's spazzing moment. You know, it's already hard enough for young black boys and black men in America, but people like Arrietty is making it even harder. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was very unfortunate, the situation that transpired, but I'm going to let you do the research yourself and watch the episode yourself and see what I'm talking about. And it's sad because me and somebody else last week was literally talking about, well, we need to watch the Untucked episode. Yes, it's easy to find the Untucked episode and watch it. Everybody's watching it around the world, and Anya has to live with this. Let me move forward. The longer I stay on that, the more madder I'm going to get about the whole ordeal, because none of it should have transpired. But moving forward, what is the difference between mental health and mental illness? Now, that's a question I need to dissect next week. That should be an episode, because this question literally came after the Anya Nerve and Arrietty question. One is dealing with mental illness. One is dealing with mental health. That's a very prime example right there. Anya Nerve is dealing with her mental health. Arrietty is dealing with her mental illness. So yes, my next question after the Arrietty and Anya Nerve question was, what is the difference between mental health and mental illness? That's an open question. I'm not going to answer it right now. I don't want you to go into the comment section and answer it. That's not for discussion. It's just a question that I want to make you all mentally aware about. Next question. Even after receiving Album of the Year at the Grammys back in February, why is Beyonce still being hated on severely by other white country artists? I did not think that my girl had more to prove, but I guess my girl has more to prove. As I'm sitting here banging my clipboard on my knee like this. Because y'all see that I go up for my girl Beyonce. Y'all see it. But white country artists are still attacking her in the comment section and in the courtroom. I'll let you do the research. Type in country artist lawsuit against Beyonce in your Google search and see what pop up. I'm going to let you look that up. Because the longer I stay on this question, I'm going to get mad. I didn't think she had any more to prove after winning album of the year for Cowboy Carter back in February. Why does she still have more to prove? I could give a simple answer, but I'll let you decide. So this next question, I'm going to give a backstory behind. Backstory. I'm going to ask the question, but then I'm going to dissect this one a little bit. Why is the narrative of black men always have been related to us being beasts, mongrels, or wild animals? And if you want some context behind what I just said, watch Stamped from the Beginning on Netflix. It's been stamped from the beginning that black men are mongrels. They're beasts. They're animals. They're gorillas. They're mongrels that need to be tamed. They need to be caged. Black men can't be trusted. White women, if you see a black man on the sidewalk on the same side, cross the street and clutch your purse close to you. This is the narrative that has been created for black men. Yet, white men have been getting away with being serial killers for centuries, for decades. And I'm going to give some context behind where this question came from. I'm always doing my research. I love fact checking, FACT, fact checking. I do love fact checks. I do love research. I do love putting on my glasses and watching things just so I can prepare for my show every week. I have been watching this show called Evil Lives Here on Max, HBO Max. Think about this. I love making you all think. Think about this. The show is 17 seasons long. Now, I want you all to do y'all math now. It's some simple math. I want you all to go back to mathematical school. The series is 17 seasons long. Each season is 10 episodes. 17 times 10 is 170 episodes. 85% of those episodes, because each episode talk about one individual who, from some episodes are interviews from girlfriends, boyfriends, moms, dads, brothers, sisters. Evil Lives Here, the premise of the show is talking about a criminal from the family's point of view. I knew that my brother was a criminal, or I did not know that my sister was a criminal, but growing up there were signs because my 6-year-old sister used to kill rabbits in the yard, or my 8-year-old brother used to fling slingshots at squirrels in the trees. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this show is. That's the premise of this show. Each episode talk about one criminal individual. 170 episodes in this season. I'm still watching too. 85% of these episodes talk about white men being serial killers, being mass murderers, being rapists, being, oh, my 8-year-old brother used to kill every puppy that we got. We got a puppy every 2 years and it would end up dead. We found out that my 8-year-old brother was killing all of the dogs that we used to get. Very that. Your bedwetter ass brother who used to start fires and kill squirrels in the backyard grew up to kill 20 women in the 70s. That's what this show is all about. 85% of these episodes are white men. Yet black men are mongrels. Black men cannot be trusted around other white women on the street. I wanted to illustrate that for you because I wanted to make you all think. Black men are the beasts, yet white men are the serial killers. Let me shut up before I don't want to get canceled. But I am trying to make you think. Next question. before I get mad. A lot of these questions I wrote out, but when I sit and think about these questions, I be getting upset. And I don't want to get upset, so I'm going to move forward. Next question. What more is it going to take for you to get your house in order? Me and my grandmother literally talked about this yesterday, and today's sermon at church solidified everything that me and my grandmother talked about regarding getting our house in order, getting our finances in order, getting our emotions and our feelings in order. My pastor, kudos to Pastor Dr. David Keaton, on solidifying everything that has been in my thoughts and in my brain, because it is time for us to start getting our house in order. I told my grandmother, I don't think we're living in the last days because of everything, that the weather pattern. You know how everybody is, we in our last days, and revelations, just because the weather pattern sweeps across the country and we in our last days. We've been in our last days for the last 30 years, and I'm 40. But that's neither here nor there. I said we're not in our last days. However, we are in the days where we have to get our house in order. Like, I'm being serious right now. We really need to start getting our house in order. We need to start cleaning up. We need to start doing our laundry and getting clothes clean. We need to look at our finances. We need to look at our credit score. We need to look at student loans and things that need to be paid off. We need to start looking at these things right now. This is the time and the place for us to start getting our house in order. Like, seriously. It's really time for that. So my question that I actually have written here in black and white is, what more is it going to take for you to get your house in order? From everything that you've seen going on in the world, it's time for you to start getting your house in order. Yes, I'm talking to you that's watching this episode right now. Don't think I'm not over here getting my house in order and I'm pointing my finger at the camera telling you to get your house in order, because it's time. Next question. Do you think it's a conspiracy as to why we've seen 7, not 1, but 7 plane casualties in the last 3 months? Why have we seen 7 plane casualties in the last 3 months? Huh? Do you think it's a conspiracy? Do you think it's because he fired half of the FAA staff? What do you think it is? 7 plane casualties in 3 months? Make it make sense. For this, I'm not on no planes. I don't feel like it's right for me to be on no plane right now. I need to stay off a plane. No planes right now. Not right now. But 7 plane casualties in a matter of 3 months. Well, 2.5, because we in the middle of March. Next question. When did emoji communication become the norm in our society? I'm so tired of texting people and all they do is comment to the text with a thumbs up or a heart or a smiley face or a money symbol or a poop sign. I'm so sick of this emoji communication, I could throw up right now on camera. Can we go back to using our words? I know how to use words. My undergrad is in communications. My master's is in public health. What in the world are we going to do moving forward if we still stick at this emoji communication shit? I'm so tired of this emoji communication. Use your words when you talking to me. Don't use no emojis when you talking to me. Why? Next question. Because I'm getting mad. This emoji communication culture is really annoying right now. Next question. Do you believe in the cliche, hurt people do hurt people? Do you believe in that cliche, hurt people hurt people? Where this question came from, because like I said, I'm going to dissect some of these questions. Where this question came from, last week, because I still use IG, Instagram. So last week, last Wednesday, was the last Wednesday when we got that bad snowstorm? We got dumped on 12 inches. Now, usually I could no, let me shut up, DeAndre. Shut up. I was going to go somewhere with that 12 inches thing. I was going to make a joke. I'm not going to make it. We got dumped on 12 inches of snow. A foot of snow got dumped on us last week. So I recorded a video of me out in my tundra excursion in downtown Minneapolis, where it was snow everywhere, when it was literally just 56 degrees before we got dumped on with this foot of snow. So I was out on my hashtag tundra excursion, and I recorded a video in downtown Minneapolis when I was off Hennepin, off over there by the Gold Room and First Ave and all of that. So I uploaded the video of me in the tundra excursion on my Instagram stories. Somebody had jumped in my inbox and commented on the video and was like, well, be prepared for more snow coming. You're going to need it. Something to that nature. Like he said something like, oh, well, you do know that you got more snow coming and that may not be the only snowstorm that y'all get or whatever. So my comment, because I felt like he was being very snarky in the comment, how he came off. It could have came off a totally different way, but it didn't. So my comment, my response to that was, oh, trust me, I won't be here too much longer. I will be moving. I will be relocating before the next winter comes, so don't worry. He wants to go back and forth with me. I said, oh, I got time today. So yeah, come on, let's go. So his next response after that was, well, if you're going to move, if you're going to relocate out of Minneapolis, move before October or move around October because they do start to snow again in November. So me, in the back of my head, like, I've lived here almost 9 years and have experienced almost 9 winters. Like, I know what winter is like in Minneapolis versus my home city of St. Louis. So I know what to expect during winter in Minnesota. Like, you're coming at me with this bullshit. Yes, I do. Yep, what you saying, narcissistic. Yep. But he was coming at me like, oh, you gotta get out of there before November hits because it's gonna snow again in around November. So I was like, well, my lease is up at the end of October. So yeah, I was thinking about moving in around October before it starts to snow again. And in the back of my mind, while I'm going back and forth with this individual on IG in the inbox, I'm like, why am I going back and forth with this individual? Like, I'm like, you really doing a lot right now? But this story is getting to something. Let me give my details out before I give you my conclusion. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll be gone around October. I will definitely be moving before the next snowstorm hit. And then it was kind of like, oh, I'm glad I don't live in Minneapolis no more. Kind of like a nana boo-boo. I live in California, you live in Minnesota, and you are getting snow right there. And oh, by the way, it's 85 degrees here. I'm glad I don't live in Minneapolis no more. So yeah, that's how it came off. And I'm like, girl, I don't really know what you're doing right now, but you really giving me this. And yes, it was a gay person, and it was a white gay person. Yeah, I'll give context behind the individual that I was going back and forth with. So I don't really know if he was trying to have this Oedipus complex or if he was looking at me like I'm this black person that didn't have no education and I didn't have time for him, or I didn't know how to respond to him, or I don't know what he was thinking in his head when he was going back and forth with me. I thought that it was narcissistic of him to go back and forth with me. And I thought it was narcissistic of him to throw in my face that he was in a 85-degree climate and I was in a 25-degree climate. Like, why would you throw that in my face? Like, so going further and doing my further research, on Instagram, it's just like Facebook Messenger. You can have those comment bubbles. So the next 3 comment bubbles after that particular day that we had that back and forth interchange, it was like hurt with the broken heart emoji and, oh, I'm down and out right now. Oh, I'm not in the best mood right now. So I'm like, I get it now. Hurt people do hurt other people. So you were going back and forth with me all narcissistic like in the inbox because you're hurt right now. So yes, I asked this question in a part of my 21 questions because do you believe that hurt people do hurt other people? And I felt like that white gay man was coming at me because he was hurt and he felt like I was an easy target being a black gay man. Yes, I said it because that's my observation. Moving forward before I get in trouble. But who am I getting in trouble with is the real question. Next question. Is it okay to revoke the black card from a black person who doesn't know how to play spades or dominoes? I don't think that's fair. I don't know how to play spades. I know how to play bones. But spades is not my strong suit. But I should not have to revoke my black card because I don't know how to play spades. My uncle has taught me, and I'm still a novice. I need another round at the table with my uncle. I need to learn how to play spades better because I'm not a real advanced spades player, but that does not mean that I need my black card revoked. I'm still blackety black out here now. As I wet my whistle one more time. And my last and final question of the episode, you already know I gotta close my 21 questions out with my where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? That's my last and final question of the episode. Where them fans at? Are y'all gonna have y'all fans for the summertime at the block party and at the family reunion? Because we doing the boots on the ground dance. We are doing the boots on the ground line dance, and I need everybody to have their fans. Where them fans at? Where are they? Where are they? See, y'all just gave me every excuse to pull my fan back out of the closet. But where them fans at? The flip of the wrist. Y'all hung in there for my 21 questions. I think I'm going to have 21 more questions on my next episode of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware, because we need a part 2 to this. I have more questions that I want to ask. I actually cut my list down in half because I would have been here with you all damn day if I would have had my full list because I got more questions to ask. But that is just a starter list of the questions that I wanted to ask. So y'all hung in there with my 21 questions episode. Next episode is now Saturdays, not Fridays anymore. Saturday, March 22nd in the year of our Lord 2025 is the next episode of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware. It is not at 7 o'clock p.m. It is at 2 o'clock p.m. It is going to be Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. I love you all for tuning in. My viewership is just growing and growing. The people are really tuning in. The people are really emailing me. The people are really into my little red situation right here. Wait till Easter. I'm going to look like a slick fox out here for Easter Sunday. You know, I'm getting old, so I'm going to be getting my little cat daddy. You know, that's my little cat daddy leg right there. I'm going to be my cat daddy on Easter Sunday next month. So, right now, I have my Kamala and my red hair and my melanated skin. You all tuned in this episode for 21 questions. Next week is going to be 21 more. I don't think every episode, it's not going to be 7 episodes of 21 questions, but I do feel like I need a part 2 because I need to ask the rest of my questions that I had to cut in half. So Saturday, March 22nd, 2 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Next episode of Your Mental Health Matters here on the YouTube. It's easy to find me, y'all. Like, don't pretend like you can't find me. You know you can find all this thickness. Closing gem of the week is Joshua 24:15. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. This scripture is actually hanging in my grandmother's bathroom on her wall. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So I know that my grandmother's getting her house in order. It's just the people that's in the house. Let me shut up. Shut up, DeAndre. Shut up. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. That is Joshua 24th chapter, 15th verse. So that's the end. That's the end. We've reached the end of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware. We're here. We discuss mental health on a whole new level. Lately, I have been telling the truth and shaming the devil. I have been making some people mad. I've been making some people happy. That's okay. I am here to shift emotions. This is a mental health broadcast. So everybody that tunes in is not going to be happy with the things that I talk about on here. But we're here, and we're a part of the Your Mental Health Matters experience. Thank you, Nana. I love you. You compliment me. I love you. You are my biggest cheerleader. You always have been. Please keep tuning in. Episodes are going to make you think, laugh, cry, get angry, log off and log back on again. That is the purpose of Your Mental Health Matters. I'm here to tell the truth and shame the devil and shake a few tables and toss a few chairs a little bit. But at the end of the day, everything circles back around your mental health. So thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware. Tune in on Saturday, March 22nd for the next episode. I love you all dearly. You all tune in. Email me, stay in touch with me, ymhmsma@gmail.com. Let's talk offline. I'm going to check the comment section and see what the after party is looking like in the comment section. But before I log off, as I always conclude every episode, please protect your peace by any means necessary and do nothing without intention. It was intentional for me to have my 21 questions episode. It's intentional for me to sit here before you with a Kamala Harris t-shirt on, hosting Your Mental Health Matters. It is intentional on where I'm getting ready to go in the future of the Your Mental Health Matters, Staying Mentally Aware journey. So I love you all. Thank you all for watching. I'm signing off with my glasses on and my bang. Bye, y'all.